The Space Marine Index is massive, and I'm sure there's going to be loads of videos coming out soon about killer combos. In this video, I'm going to highlight the biggest winners and losers of the index. I'm sure lots of viewers want to add units into this, so why not drop a comment and tell me. Some general notes. This is the Index Space Marine, that's over 120 days sheets. This doesn't include the Divergent chapters, special units like Blood Angels. Oath of Moment is super powerful to focus fire down something from your opponent. Interestingly, Gilliman lets you redeclare the Oath target should it be destroyed quickly. You can't mix chapters when making your army. Doctrines are selected for a turn and can only be used once, but there's a strat to give a unit a doctrine when you really need it. The Battle Eye units are all the Intercessors and Tactical Marines, and Standard Intercessors keep sticky objectives. The Combat Squad ability is gone, and there seems to be a lot of synergies and buffs available in the index, and they're really looking to have some scary ranged firepower. So the first of the winners, the Land Raiders. And this is that all Land Raiders in general are really good. They're really durable at toughness 12, 16 wounds and a 2+ save. And in being assault vehicles, you can move, then disembark, and then those units can still charge. And I think this is going to be key in this edition. They can also carry any type of model too. They've got a big footprint and they're OC5, so they're going to help hold objectives. And of all the Land Raiders, I'd like to call out the Redeemer and its Flamestorm cannons. 2d6+3 auto-hitting flamers that are -2 AP and 2 damage. Considering how tough these will be to take out, having them push up flaming things is going to be killer. The Contemptor. They've always been good, but now T9 and 10 wounds. 2+ save, 5+ invuln. They've got some good damage output as you'd expect from Dreadnoughts, but the key ability for this one is that it can stand back up with D6 wounds on a 2+. It's like having a free Contemptor because they don't degrade. The FIRESTRIKE SERVO-TURRET. I've always wanted to like these. They've got a 2+ ballistic skill and a 2+ save, but the las talons have now gone to 36 inches. They reroll wounds at strength 10, -3 AP and D6+1 damage. They have an OC value so they can be controlling your home objective if you want. And their key ability is that you can overwatch on a 4+. So that's in your movement phase, all while being charged with anything within 24 inches. Desolation Marines. They finished 9th strongly and go into 10th being very strong too. They have indirect fire, which is particularly good against infantry. Although there is an indirect fire nerf with a -1 to hit and then the target gains cover, their special ability is to completely ignore that and have no penalties. There's loads of ways to buff these guys even more, so I'd expect a list to have at least one squad of these. They're going to be super strong. Storm Speeders. The Speeders are generally tougher, meaning their firepower manoeuvrability is all the more useful because they'll still be alive. T9, 11 wounds, 3+ save is good. And depending on which variant you go for, there are a few really good special abilities that buff the rest of your army. +1 AP against the same target for the whole army. +1 to wound against a monster or vehicle. And +1 to hit and ignore cover. There's so many data sheets, a couple of honorary mentions. Incursors. I'm including them mainly because when they hit a target with their shooting, that unit is then marked, and anyone else shooting at the same target gets +1 to hit. This is really powerful. Hellblasters. They can shoot on death. Invader ATV. If a unit is shot within 6 inches of an ATV, they get to shoot back at that unit in their opponent's turn. It's difficult in this index to really pick out anything that's a loser really, but here goes. Tactical squads. Now 10 model squads only, and they can't combat squad. They've got fewer attacks than Primaris, so they're worse than Chaos Marines. And they do have the tactical doctrine all the time, so they can fall back, shoot and charge. But not being able to have them in 5 model squads is going to be a lot of investment for something that's not really that good. Or certainly overshadowed by other units. The Vanguard Veteran Squad. There's a big reduction in their melee weapon options. They only get something called an heirloom weapon at strength 5, -1 AP and 1 damage. Now that's quite a drop down considering they used to be able to take thunderhammers, relic blades and power weapons. They do get lethal hits on the charge, but it's a shame to lose their customizable loadouts. But if they're cheap, then you might still use them. Overall, I'll say the Space Marines have got really good range and some killer combos, and I can't wait to see what the community can come up with. I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you think I'm wrong and what you think I've missed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.